They say we're alive, so let's go to work. It's Sunday morning. It's your brother No Covers coming to you out of the port city of Wilmington, North Carolina. This is your Sunday morning message. I'm trying to set this time for about 9:30. I think it's a good time. If you disagree, agree, let me know. I'll get up early if you need me to. I'll get up in the early morning anyway. I'm up about 5, 6. So we can do it earlier than that. Um, but I wanted to come on. I want to make sure we're on first before I get started this morning. Um, I'm checking the channels, making sure that we're connected. Everything is in order. Um, that's a no. Oh, that might not be a no. That's a yes. Had a good day yesterday. The chess club got started here at the David Walker Economic Health and Cultural Center. Thank for those who are participating in that, helping us out. Had a lot of people come by, want some donation, want to donate some boards. That's good. We need plenty of chess boards that you have. You got chess boards sitting around, you're doing nothing with, you ain't been playing in years. We will take them. Someone called the other day and asked if we take donations. Anything you've got, we take and we'll bring it back one way or the other. Now that I see, I want to make sure we're on. And now that I see we're on, we'll get started for this morning. Check the guest room out and check who's coming in. I want to talk this morning about our beefing with God. That's what I titled this particular conversation. Us beefing with God and this rise of COVID-19 again. You all know I like to go to the Old Testament, so I'm gonna go back to one of my favorite movies was the Ten Commandments. And in the situation with the Ten Commandments, Pharaoh at that time thought he was the God. And he had his own gods, but he thought he was the ultimate God. And so there became a battle between God and Pharaoh. And so God used Moses to inflict Egypt with plagues. Plagues because he could have collapsed the economic system of Egypt overnight and flattened them. He wanted to use something that only that Pharaoh would know was coming from an outside source, something of nature. So he used gnats, he used flies, he used frogs, he used locusts, he used pestilence. He used everything in his hand that was outside of man's control to let Pharaoh know, hey, I'm hitting you with something that you can't control. I'm hitting you with something that's not of you, but of another source, which is God. I say that because in that process, there's a quote in the scripture that says, Pharaoh's heart was hardened. Every time Moses would come before Pharaoh, he hit him with something else. And as Moses would leave or time would come, the Egyptians were able to produce something like it or something similar or convince Pharaoh that, oh, it's just going to pass. It's just going to be for a time period. It's just for a season. And then they went right back to their same thing. They went right back to persecuting the slaves even more. They went right back to not listening to the voice of God. And so Moses comes, hit him again. And it says again, each time his heart was hardened, meaning that he knew what he was facing, but he let his heart get hard that he couldn't feel it. It was like, yeah, but I'm the man. Yeah, but I'm in charge. Yeah, but I got this under control. And every time his heart got weaker and weaker, but he kept hitting him and hitting him and hitting him with one disaster after another disaster, after one plague after another plague. Pharaoh was really in a beef with God. Many of us are in a beef with God, not just with this COVID thing, but many other things that we do. I'm watching the COVID rise again. Have anybody been getting phone calls where they're having events and people are putting masks back on again, having events where somebody gets tested and now everybody gets tested? It's starting to rise again. Whether you notice it or not, at work, I'm noticing it at work. People are starting to put the mask. Wise people are starting to put their mask back I've noticed in situations in stores is rising again. Why is it rising again? Because we're steady in beef with God. We're still beefing. I've noticed this about not only just with COVID, but about, and I'm gonna relate this to I think to take scripture and bring it to our everyday life. We can find ourselves personally, not with just COVID, but personally in a day-to-day beef or a year-to-year beef or a month-to-month beef or a seasonal beef with God. You know how it happens? And I can use myself, for example. I can be on point. I'll give you a good example. When I came back from Africa, I was on point. I was able to go away from America and stay for 30 days in the country and practice my faith and grow and eat right and live right and get clean. And boom, I came back on fire. Fire. And then over time, it slowly dwindled. Because over time, bad habits start to creep back in. Over time, I started to think I had it under control. Over time, I became just like Pharaoh. I got this. Not understanding the source that gave me the ability to do what I was doing was that source of being connected to that one. And that's what we do. We'll charge our battery up and then we'll let our batteries go dead and then ask God why. We're beefing with him because he's given us everything we need, but we in our own infantile state as human beings, infantile, as children of Israel, as children, we become docile, or we become complacent, or we become, I got this, or this is under control. Don't have to worry about that. Not understanding if we walk day to day to that beat of that drum, we're going to be okay. Same thing with COVID. When you were putting them, you had the mask on, you was washing hands, you was clean because you saw people dying. You heard people dying. The media was in your ear every day. So it was a constant reminder, people are dying from this. And you were washing hands, putting the sanitizer on, getting in the car, rubbing everything down, wiping the desk down. We were all on it. Then the sound bite stopped. The media stopped clampering. People start coming back out. Masks start coming off. And we thought, hey, we got this under control. And God said, no, you don't. What I hit you with was something that could help your life. People becoming health conscious worldwide can save children, can save lives, can save families. What I hit you with, Pharaoh, was something that can benefit you, but you can't see the benefit. You can't see letting the children go as a benefit. You see it as a negative. It could have been a benefit if you had allied with him. Because now you will have a powerful force on this side of the Red Sea and one on this side of the Red Sea. And y'all can relate and work together. No, you saw it as a negative. No, it was something God was enacting and putting in us as a benefit. COVID was a benefit, even though it lost a lot of lives. But COVID had us acting right, working right, dressing right, eating right. Had our mind right. And then we went right back to the same behavior that we had before. No, we can't do that. We can't be in that behavior. We have to stay in the mindset of not beefing with God. We can't beef with him. We can't be in disagreement with him. So that's my message this morning. Get it together, get back on track, and start doing what we need to do and stop beefing with the Creator. Hold on.